I'm looking down. So, you know, I had to get out the new moon in Taurus first just to read the energy of what we're supposed to be expecting. And then I'm going to put it back and see what come back out. But thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so it says prosperity lies ahead. Prosperity lies ahead. The new moon in Taurus. So the moon is 0% illuminated, right? So it's dark. It was dark energy, right? Mm-hmm. I think we own something. So it says this card will often come will often come up when you're enjoying. What the hell? Let me get this light right because I can't really see shit. I might gotta open the window. Hold on. God studying. Look, eyes, 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 hat. Okay, come on. Okay, it says this card will often come up when you're inquiring about financial matters or when you're doubting your self worth. This card suggests you can have what you want. You can have what you want, including material things. So you can have what you want, including material things. So is that like spiritual things, like all things? Mm. But you must believe in yourself. This comes down onto the law of attraction. Value yourself and others will come and value to you. You can create abundance. So right now, while we in this new moon in Taurus, you can create abundance. Taurus is illuminated with Venus. So we're gonna tap into Venus. And this card holds the new moon energy. So now is a good time to make a 12-month financial plan. So you can have whatever you want, and it's telling you to write it down and make it clear. Get your pen and paper out and be like, yo, it's a full moon in Taurus. I'm doing things different because you got to think. Aries is the first zodiac, right? So Aries was last month. We saw a lot going on in Aries season. Now we're going into Taurus. It's time for you to get your month. So it's really like this is the beginning of the year for us, right? You get what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like. Yeah. Okay, so this card can also signal that the start of a new relationship or a sexual terms. Mm. So everybody feeling really, right? We're feeling real sexy. You know, that's the energy, the feminine energy. If you've been wrestling with something for a long time, the new moon is a sturdy Taurus. So it's a sign of sturdiness. Get or give a good message. Healthy body, healthy mind. Get or give a message. So so remember the last live we had, it said it was a time to give, right? So we still in this giving energy. So if you know Taurus, you gotta think Taurus, they like real giving energy, right? They like to share. It says you will soon be able to afford the things you're dreaming of. So maybe we was in a financial bind. I'm gonna say we as a collective, right? And we weren't seeing everything that we wanted to see in our life, or maybe we just needed to close our eyes and reprogram what we're looking at, right? Because sometimes you can't see the abundance in your life. So it's about getting clear on what you want. Um, it's getting clear on what you value most. What do you value the most that's giving you like this peace on earth? You hungry? All right, so start standing on your savings account. Start standing on more about, where am I more frugal at? What do I want in my account? Like see the numbers. Um if y'all saw the video that I had, it's burned out now. Well, no, it's not completely burning out. So this is like the third day. So it says, all fears, known and unknown, are clear from my spirit and in flesh. I got that from Shavi Zane. And then the affirmation that I pulled was, I have enough money to do everything I want and need. And then I put the numbers. The numbers are, what is it? 7, 6. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I gotta find the numbers. What are the numbers? Okay, the numbers are. I gotta go find the numbers. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what numbers I got wrote on it. Is it 5? What's the Gavoya number for abundance? Abundance. I gotta find it. I don't know where it's at, and I can't see it on the candle because it's kind of like dark, and I can't remember. 5207 418. So that's the numbers that's on the counter. You can't see it, but it's right there. I got the numbers wrote right there. And that's for abundance. So it's giving me the energy that some things that you did to manifest money or prosperity, because it doesn't say money, it says prosperity. So that's why you got to see the abundance in your life. You have to literally close your eyes, do a meditation, take your deep breaths, and see, like, okay, when I first walked in this house, I had nothing as a hieroglyphs. And now let me close my eyes so I can see where my prosperity lies, because people be like, oh, I don't have this and I don't have that, but you do. You just got to see it with your new eyes, or your spiritual eye. Okay, it says the teachings. We often feel that it's somehow wrong to focus on our finances, but the truth is that money can make life far more comfortable from a physical point of view. Taurus knows this, and the new moon in Taurus is the time to work your magic to create the money. So you got to create the money, the currency. Excuse me. Current, right? You have to create the currency, like the sea, the flow of money. All right, so say if I'm trying to manifest money, I got a green candle burning. I have on green, right? Which green is in reputation of the heart chakra. I love money, so they said money is the root of all evil, but money is green. Why is money green? Right? What else is green? Love is green. Anything connected to the heart is green. Gemini, right? Somebody might be a Gemini. Gemini is green. All right, angels and ancestors, right? So when I say the heart is green, that means the heart chakra is green. The color green means something, right? Everything happens for a reason. So if I was to look in here, green would be, let's see, inner child. Green is also your inner child. Green is play, and green is forgiveness. All those are heart chakras, right? What are we looking for? Green, love. Green, play. Even if you look at the globe from a different perspective, and green is forgiveness. So, in Taurus, look at this card. We got a lot of green. So somebody might need to hear that. Green represents your heart chakra. All right, so let's see what we have. Angels and ancestors. What is this prosperity? Get or give a message. Healthy body, healthy mind. Get or give a message. Hold on. Let's go to the message oracle. Let's go to the message oracle. Get or give a message. You know what? I've been wanting to go live for a couple of days, right? But I kept saying, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But you never know. You never know. 17, 18, 19, and 20. What's the message from New Moon and Taurus? Get a message. Ground. A time to ground. So not only are we talking about the color green and the energy, it's a time to ground. When you grounding, what do you think about? And it's got the spirals on the turtles. All right. It's got a peacock. It's a tree. It's giving root. Let me see. And don't a turtle have like 13 on their back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We are all connected. So, time to ground because we are all connected. So, we got 2 people in the chat. Anybody else been feeling the urge to ground or feeling the urge to wear green? I remember one year I had my hair green. Like I was working with my heart, so I dyed my hair green. I was working with my root, I dyed my hair red. So a time to ground, we are all connected. It's kind of like maybe we gonna be all sharing, money. We're gonna be all sharing this abundance, right? Um, remember like when you was a child, you had a lot of love and forgiveness. Like that's my friend. I don't care what my friend do. You had a lot of play. And I feel like that's the energy that we're gonna be in right now. We're gonna really be playing kind of like if you're in a relationship, like high schoolers. You know what I'm saying? The the play. We got to bring the play back in the energy. I love green. Wore green shade yesterday. You know, and I'm a 9 month baby, so I like olive green. I like green, right? I mean, I thought I was the sexiest when I had my hair green. So let's see. And I really do need to get another bookshelf so that I can get my books out because I do have books that tell us like what the color mean. And I don't have it. I don't have it over here. I don't think I have the chakra book. No. So we looking for either the new moon to come out, Taurus to come out, something green, a planet green. I think Gemini is green. I like when everything starts to go together. Even this, we are all connected. Look up there. It's like a green eye. What is that? Oh, that's a tree. Tree of life. You see it? So both of these have a tree. What does that mean? We grounding. We grounded back in love, right? So it's almost like when you grounding back in love. Let's see if we get anything about money out here, because I'm feeling the energy that this gonna be looking more like a money reading. Taurus are very they're very fruitful. Fruits of your labor. You can tell a Taurus fruits of labor because they're earth sign. 3, 6, 9. Earth signs. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. All right, is this money? This is money. This is money. It says, I have more than enough money to do everything I want and need to do. Period. Thank you. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, gods. All right, so I laid that down right with the inner child. So what did I say? We're going to be able to play with money. Money is not going to be a thing. So for inner child, so now we have love, right? We have love. Let's see. Number 18, which equals a 9. And what did I say? 9. Virgo. Virgo. Thank you. Excuse me. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Thanks for that laughter. All right, relationships. Okay, so we have relationship. That was funny. I have real friends that I love and trust. So that's good because we got love falling out with love. Wow. They said they've been trying to reach me for my extended warranty. That was good. I love me a good old laugh. Y'all know I do. Forgiveness. Confirm forgiveness. This one seemed like it wasn't to come out. I have a great spiritual relationship with God. I have a great spiritual relationship with God. Wow. God, great. 7th letter of the alphabet is G. God, great. Forgiveness, give, G. For play, I trust the process. I trust the process. So we're going to play with this. For our inner child, we're going to play with that money, right? Knowing that we have enough money to do whatever we want and need to do. We love that we can trust, because people be thinking they don't need people. You need people. People have money. You are people. So the transitioning of where are we going to now is you're going to be having to give and receive money. That's where we at. What if it was coming to a point where we had to, because the card was about prosperity lies ahead. right? If what if we were going into the energy of where we were going to have to transfer money? We were going to have to a line of connection, of communication, right? Communications, communications, right? Um, Cause you ain't just sending nobody no money that you don't love, right? Unless you're a child and child get your phone and they sudden to buy anything, buy, sell, trade, whatever. I don't know. I'm just talking. All right, so let's see. What was the message from the message oracle? Okay, so we have prosperity lies ahead, angels and ancestors, time to ground. We are all connected. Inner child love, forgiveness, and play. So we have money, relationships, spiritual, and career. All right, what's the message about this prosperity, angels and ancestors? This grounding in green, grounding in green. Embrace your masculine. Embrace your masculine. Time to ground. We all experience moments in our lives when we feel confused, unfocused, and surrounded by chaos and turmoil. These moments are often unavoidable, as are the lessons these moments can impart. But how you respond to them is a choice only you can make. Take a deep breath. It's been something out here about breath work. This is the second time we don't hear breath work. All right, so let's take a deep breath. Oh, pop some bones. Raise the frequency. Raise the frequency. Woo! Raise the frequency. Raise up, raise up, raise up. All right, so take a deep breath and a moment to pause to reconnect with Gala, right? Because Mother Earth is green. Money. Mother Earth, that was a joke, y'all. But say when we looking at the globe, now my globe is kind of greenish, right? But some globes it be like blue, more blue, cause water. But you got to think algae in the water is green. Okay, it says take a deep breath and a moment to pause and reconnect with Gala and nature. Seek the silence of the void within, whilst the spirit spirals downward to anchor itself like an ancient tree root in the cleansing embrace of the earth beneath. So, this is what I got. We spend so much time looking up, keep your head to the sky. We gotta look down. Cause you ever heard like people, fans. Have you ever heard of people saying that they look down and they find $100 and $200, like somebody dropped some money. I mean, it could be a quarter, it could be a penny, right? So just say because the price of copper is up. So just say there's a penny on the ground and you walk past that penny, would the Most High Mother and Father feel like, oh, you don't pick that penny up, we ain't gonna give you no dollars? Because pennies made dollars before the over here, before US took the pennies away. You know, if you go to a bank in the US now, you can't get no pennies. But the price of copper is up, whatever significance that is. So as above, so below, but there's that plane, that flat earth, round earth, because we on a plane of existence, right? We on a level, multi-dimensional. Hmm. Yeah, because look at this next card, right? It's almost like an elevator. There's a woman, there's an owl, a blue butterfly, a wolf, and then the tree of life. So there's levels to this. So the would the woman be grounded? Because the tree is giving air energy. Mm. Dragons, draconians. All right, we are all connected. A time to ground because we are all connected. Mm. All right. Okay, it says we are dependent upon others for life. If we destroy the very thing upon which we deepen, we, if we destroy the very thing upon which we depend, we too shall perish. Didn't I just say we need people? It says we are dependent upon others for life. So just say, I needed you for this energy. Or just say, I needed my spouse. You get what I'm saying? It's a connection. It's an energy exchange. Okay, so we too shall perish. We are all connected. We are all one. Do harm to the natural world and do harm to yourself. Like pollute the air, mess with the air. That is doing harm to nature, right? Because it's not in its natural habitat. It says you are more than just a part of the human race. You are a child of Gala. You are brother and sister to all life and living things. Love them as you love yourself. Sustain them as you sustain yourself. Oh, wow. So I have been doing this thing where I've been pouring water out on the ground, like pouring, like instead of pouring bottled water, not contaminated water, like with a whole bunch of chemicals and stuff, but bottled water on the ground, like how people play, pour out libations for their homies. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing that with water because I don't really have no alcohol like that. So that could be significance. Maybe that's something that um, we are all connected. So these is dragons, a lady, wolf, butterfly. It's giving animal totem. So I'm saying we connected, especially because this is a feminine, right? She's actually a feminine. But right behind her, it says embrace the masculine. So the masculines have this grounding too. The masculines should be grounding too. Okay, let's see. I'm just talking because I got lips. Let's see what it say. It says, within ourselves, there are two aspects to our nature, the masculine and the feminine. What I be saying, for mother, for father, right? The masculine and the feminine. We have to have balance. Everything I need is already in me. I am enough. All right. So it says, here in the present, you need to embrace the masculine aspects of nature and let it guide your steps. Why is that? I'll tell you. Hold on. Hi. Okay, it says, here in the present, you need to embrace the masculine aspect of nature, of your nature, and let it guide your steps. Now it's time to be assertive, to act with authority, and stand up for both yourself and your truths. Fight for what you believe in. Do not allow others to tell you that you must not that you must not or cannot. Do not allow others to tell you that you must not or cannot. Nobody can tell you what is best for you, right? So it's kind of me bringing me back. Thank you, Elizabeth, for being here because it's taking me back to how people come in the live and they want to say you can't do this, or you go on somebody else's live, you can't read cards, that's demonic, because they don't have the gift, the calling to do what you doing. They're gonna say stuff like that because it's taboo to them. Their brain has not been reprogrammed. Everybody does not wake up at the same time. So it's amazing that this came through in the cards because this the book that I had to go back and start reading. The Power of Now. And the sister book is A New Earth. So what that's giving me is people are not going to understand this new teaching that you about to come out and do now. They're not going to understand in the beginning, because you got to think, you try to tell your family members, oh, this is going on, that's going on, you know what I'm saying, I'm isolated, I'm working on thyself, because it says study thyself to show thyself approved. So at what point did you realize that you had to do something different to get something different? That's what I got. Okay, it says fight for what you believe in. Right? Don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do. What's not good for you? What's good for you, it might not be good for them. They might not be ready, but they're gonna come back around. It says, but remember, whilst you allow your masculine self to be the dominant, you need to temper your assertiveness and determination with gentleness and compassion. So, especially a woman operating in her masculine self, because I always tell y'all I was raised by a man, so I'm more tapped in, or was more tapped in to my masculine because I'm raised by a man. So it's saying that you need to have more, to be more gentle, to be more determined. Yes, I'm telling you. And when you being raised different, it's like somebody that's being raised by their um somebody being raised by say somebody being raised by masculine, but he is more feminine, or what we sometimes call gay or whatever. They might be different, you know. They might be. talk different. All right, so before we get into the horoscope, because I really want to get, I see Libra energy. I just mixed these cards up. I did not mean to do that. Are you still here, Elizabeth? Or you gone? Okay. It says Earth is pulsing. Earth is pulsing. Pulse of the mother. Slow down. Time in nature. I promise you it's a time in nature. Green, green, green. Everything is saying that we need to be grounding right now. Okay, we need to be grounding. This right here say lifting the veil. Lifting the veil. So Earth is pulsing and we are lifting the veil. Questioning everything. You did say patience. Questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. You must be questioning everything. What did I say? I'm back in my study. Like, I know I'm not the only one that's back in study. Like, going in solitude. I'm peeking out, but I'm going in solitude because the earth is pulsing. Right? Why? What did I just say? Y'all just saw me shift these cards. It's a new earth. I cannot make this up. It says a new earth is happening. Keep holding the vision. Here go the book. Before the card. It's a new earth. Wow. And I was going to grab a page from here, but I think since we got the new earth card, we're going to grab it from here. Okay. Wow. He said cracked open. We just cracked open. We just cracked us some openings. All right, so wow. I was not expecting this, boy. I promise you, do it not seem like this life get juicy? Is it me or is this thing juicy? Oh. Edgar Tolle was a spiritual teacher who is not aligned with any particular religion or tradition. In his writings and seminars, he conveys a simple yet profound message with the timeless and uncomplicated clarity of the ancient spiritual masters. There is a way out of suffering and into peace. There is a way out of suffering and enter peace. I think my stomach just growled. Hey, let me get me, I think I'm gonna get a part tart. Hit the heart if you still here so I can know. I'm about to get me a part tart or something, or a nutty bar or something. Garden of Eden. I don't know what flavor it is. I don't know what flavor. Okay. I don't know what flavor it is. So I was sitting in here Friday and I heard somebody knocking on the door. I guess it's Blueberry. And it was the church with me a food box. Okay. Okay. So I'm not gonna read the whole preface. He's just talking about a new earth and the power of now. Then right here in red, since I ain't reading the whole thing, I'm just reading what I got underlined. It says all life forms need obstacles and challenges in order to evolve. Right? All life forms need obstacles and challenges in order to evolve. Now, this how I'm gonna say I know we all connected. Yeah. This how we know we all connected. I got these new cards for astrology. And when I started to read the cards for for let me see what it was. Hmm. Okay, it said using the deck, the spread card. It says another popular spread is a three spread. It is more in depth than the one card, but still simple enough that it can be done at any time. Right? It says think about what area of your life you want to know about, or focus on a question. Decide how you would interpret the cards. Then shuffle and lay three cards face down in front of you from left to right. When you're ready, turn them over to reveal the answer. Here are a few ways to analyze the cards. Also, from left to right, it says past, present, and future, mind, body, and spirit, neutral energy around me, positive energy around me, negative energy around me. But this is what I asked. So this right here is in alignment with what I asked a couple of days ago when I just bought this deck. Situations, obstacles, and advice. This right here says all life forms need obstacles and challenges in order to evolve. That's what we're gonna ask because I kept picking up the cards, putting them down. Um, we are at present in the early stages of this awakening process. So we know as a scientific fact that there's a mass awakening and everybody is on different planes of this awakening. Right? Now, this is the kicker. Everybody getting different inloads, downloads, uploads, whatever you want to call it, whatever word you use, everybody's getting it. But everybody don't know what it is. So some people might be saying exiting the matrix, right? Everybody's terminology is different. And you gotta think, check out this. Y'all know Drake dropped 3 albums. What did it say? The three? He just dropped 3 albums. Or whatever you call them these days. I call them albums. So, timing is everything. They had me looking at X Files the other day. trying to see where in X Files, the X Files. Remember that show, the X Files, the series? They were talking about that um hantavirus in that movie. I mean, in that yeah, in that. Okay, it says we are at the present. We are at the present in the early stage of this awakening process, but it is accelerating, right? So this book he wrote it 10 years ago, right? So 10 years ago, when he wrote this book, he said we was at the early stage of it. We was at the early stage of it. So now we in the year 10 now. 2026 equals a 10. Okay? It says if you are reading this, you are ready. Oh, I had my phone on do not disturb. Okay. All right. It says if you are reading this, you are already an essential part of the process. So we're reading this together because who would have known we was gonna be pulling out books today? So girl, why we got the flowering of human consciousness? What did we say something about a flower? What did we say about the flower, Elizabeth? I know we said the tree of life, or did we didn't say anything about flower? Hmm. Did we say anything about flower? Yeah. Okay. Flower, like the flower of life, that's referring to the DNA, right? Oh, yep. I said garden. You right. Mm-hmm. Okay. So it says Earth 114 million years ago. Earth 114 million. But it says something like that in the Ma'at, the math. The Ma'at says this world is billions and millions of years old. And if you go look at some stuff, when you go look at it, said, just think dinosaurs and girl, hold on for a second. I just thought about something. Why has there been a whole lot of bears running around the city next to me? Bears, like 3 or 4 bears, where they've been cutting down them trees and them bears is coming inward. I just thought about it. Okay, so it says Earth is 114 million years ago. One morning, just after sunrise, the first flower ever to appear on the planet opens up to receive the rays of sun. The first flower probably did not survive for long. You know what I thought? everything got a first story, right? I just dropped some crumbs in my shirt. Everything got a first story. In the beginning, this. It says the first flower probably did not survive for long, and flowers must have remained rare and isolated phenomenons since conditions were most likely not yet favorable for a widespread flowering to occur. Mm. I don't know if we about to read this. Any life form in any realm. You want to do it? We want to do it because what? All right. We ain't even about to get over there because we get in there. We're going to have to have book club night. We're going to have to work this out. Elizabeth, do you see how I can make you the moderator? Add as a moderator. There it go. Managing moderator. Can manage block words. Okay. There you go, girl. Elizabeth, you a moderator. You hear me? You a moderator now. See if you a moderator. Look, you blue. Oh my, look at there, baby. We are accomplishing some things. I wonder. So I wonder if you a moderator. Am I gonna be able to can we go live together? Because I heard YouTube was starting something like that too. Because before you had to have StreamYard. We have Wanting Gibbons Moon. And I was supposed to turn, let me put it back. We're going to start all over because I was supposed to have turned that upside down. Now you need the guest thing to work. I think I have to do that. Hold on. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to find that out. I do. Because if not, I have to use StreamYard. And I had it, but I stopped because I wasn't really screaming with nobody. Oh shit. Well, we gonna have to turn this one on. This is Psyche. And I've been seeing Psyche a lot lately, so we're gonna turn that one on. So the obstacle, was it obstacle? No. The situation, my bad. The situation is coming out to be, I got 3 cards. The situation is coming out to be the Psyche. Now, it's giving me that I want to go and pick up this deck and see if we get psychic development, because that's been a lot of what I've been seeing, the psyche. I think I wrote psychology down today as a definition, a word, words, a scientific study of the mind. So it's been a lot in my energy of working with the mind, like the visualization, the whole thing about even just picking up cards, right? Excuse me. The cards are like your hands and your mouth together, because a lot of people have a story, right? Like I was saying about me, sometimes not always wanting to come on live. Your mind will make you think that you have to have a topic to come on live, right? Or a straight point. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole lot of pieces of paper. Oh, I'm coming up here like PowerPoints, right? At some time, you're gonna want to operate with the PowerPoints, or it's depending on how good somebody's computer skills is. You know what I'm saying? That they're gonna have PowerPoints and stuff going all up across the screen. But it's a time for that. So it's giving me the energy of how sometimes I procrastinate about just cutting on the camera and getting this work done, this message out, so I could get another message and another message and another message. So sometimes we make things a lot harder than they are. So that's not what I was looking for, but that's a psychology, but that ain't what I was looking for. Psychology studying the mind and the human behavior, right? So Sigmund Freud's human behavior is driven by unconscious motives, repressed memories, and innate drivers, right? Like aggression and sex. But the human psyche, it says the human psyche has 3 planes. Getting in our own way. Yes! Pushing ourselves back. Because you got to think. We said we wanted to work for God. But then we fight that God gave us different tools to operate with. Like to present, right? A different way of seeing the vision of what God has for me. Which is for us as a collective, because we all connected. So it's almost like, just say, I can say, well, the Most High sent you today, girl, because I've been sitting on this class for 3 days, and I've been over there laying on the couch. But for such a time as this, not only you, Garden, my old man came, and that's what he said. Won't you go live? I'll just sit here and watch you, because he liked to hear me talking. He liked this shit, me just talking. And the way that I'm talking, which is something that you're not gonna get from. So you gotta think that they go that earth sign. They go that earth. Earth signs are most definitely connected right now. Okay, so we're gonna go here and get on in there. So we working with the human psyche. So the psyche right there, and the psyche card came out. To me, that's confirmation. Not that I need to prove that I'm telling the truth, But it is what it is. Sometimes you feel like, this is what helps us put this puzzle together. So it says the conscious thought, feelings, and action you are currently aware of. Preconscious information that is not in your current awareness but can easily be recalled like memories. And then unconscious, the vast, the flow, the fluid of things, right? The reservoir, acceptable, unacceptable urges, thoughts, feelings that drive our behaviors without our knowledge. So the feeling was, the drive was, I know that I needed to come and turn this camera on, right? The knowledge is everybody is teaching something different because everybody is different. But society will make you think that there's competition. There is no competition because no one is going to do it like you do it. Right? Okay. We women, we grown women. You have that person or persons that have told you before you knew you was an earth angel. Girl, you the best thing that happened yet. Right? That's the energy. It ain't even, it's not even, but this right here says sex and aggression though. So it is on an actual level. It is. So the human behavior is driven by motives. So I said all that to say is we are the only vessel, the vase, right? We don't say vase like the dictionary said, which is vessel. And there is no competition because you got to think you still developing you, especially this new you. Nobody don't know you. If you come from, what do we say? What did the card say? Isolation. Isolation, I think was the word. I don't see the card, so it wasn't in the card, so it might have been in the book. But on this new earth, you're gonna pick up things, people, places, and things that are gonna come in now. Just say hypothetically, like I said, you were the black sheep and you didn't never find your tribe. Now is the time that your tribe is gonna find you and you're gonna find them, right? And I don't know. I want to say it is connected to the AI, but it's like if you look at AI as in ancient intelligence, not artificial, right? Artificial intelligence because we programming the AI, then our AIs connected us, right? That's why it says a time to ground because we are all connected and just look at this as being multiverse. Girl, that ice maker is, I thought it was some water boiling. Okay. So let's see. Psyche. 92. Okay. Okay, so the Psyche is the goddess. That's what it say. The goddess. Rose colored glasses. Rose gold, baby. Rose gold. Okay, it says roses, poetry, wildflowers, and butterflies. Uh-oh, butterflies in the sky. I can fly twice as high. Take a look. It's in our book. There go the butterfly. Can you see it? All right. Ooh. Mm. Okay. It says in astrology, Psyche was a mortal who became goddess of the soul after her marriage to Edros. It was said her beauty was so great that it enraged Esro's mother. So somebody might be having problems with their mother-in-law, right? Because their beauty is getting in there. Okay. All right. So Aphrodite beyond comprehension. Aphrodite was so jealous. So was that the mother's name? Yes, Aphrodite girl. Aphrodite? Hmm. Okay, Aphrodite was so jealous that she cursed the land with a plague. Kind of like what we're going on through now, a plague. Like they putting shit out there. And said the only way to stop it was to sacrifice Psyche to a monster. Whoa. When that failed, Aphrodite sent Psyche over several guests. Um, hold on. I gotta get this light right. Hold on. Let me start all over. Okay, let me start all over because I screwed that up. Okay, it says Psyche was a mortal who became goddess of the soul after her marriage to Ezro. It is said her beauty was so great that I need my thing. Where my thing at? Cause baby, I ain't even high no more, and I'm screwing it up. It's this light in these glasses. I caught myself getting them glasses that got the theme for light, but it ain't good for me. Okay, Aphrodite, beyond comprehension, Aphrodite was so jealous that she cursed the land with a plague and said the only way to stop it was to sacrifice the Psyche with the monster. When that failed, Aphrodite sent Psyche on several quests, the last of which resulted in her scubbing what you say? Succumbing to the death of a sleep. What is that? Sucumbing. Because I'm screwing it up. Hold on. I'll get it pronounced right. Succumbing. Uh, uh, uh. I don't like that. I need some food. E, can you give me some of your salad? Oh, E, garden. Hey, garden. Oh, know I'm about ready to smoke too, don't you? Are you here? Butterflies in the sky. What's taking this computer so long? Okay, so what did it say? Okay, so put her in a deep sleep, which resulted in her being in a deep sleep. Cupid appeared, and Cupid appealed to Zeus for help. Cupid, like the Cupid, like the Cupid's arrow, appealed to Zeus for help, and he turned Psyche immortal so she and Esro could be together forever. For a Greek myth, this one actually has a happy ending. Yeah, because some stuff they be telling us be myths don't be no damn myths, and it don't be no good endings either. So it said astrologically, Psyche represents our psychic abilities and sensitivities to those around us, having experience as a mortal and a goddess. She has a special understanding of what goes on in our minds and our souls. Psyche's placement in our natal chart also determines how we look for our soulmate connection with other people. How we look at our soul? Huh? Did you hear that? That's how we connect with our soulmates. It says the keywords: passion, empathy, sensitivity, psychic awareness, beauty, and kindness. So, your psyche, did you hear that, E? Where it said your psychic placement in your natal chart. Wait a minute, it said, what was it at? Having experienced a mortal or god, okay, goddess, she has a special understanding of what goes on in our minds and our soul. Psyche's placement in our natal chart determines how, in our natal chart, also determines how we look at our soulmate connection with with other people. So, does that mean if I had said 5 years ago I wanted to heal my soul, whatever the soul was and is, right? If I said that, and then you said it on your end, you are soul healing, would that mean we would be connecting right now and to come connecting with people that's trying to heal on a soul level? Okay, now it says in the reading, it says Sykes points to other people's expectation of us. The psyche points to other people's expectation of us. Who we are and how we should be, who we are and how we should behave is suddenly a topic of conversation. I know we experienced this right here together. Other people's expectations of us, right? It said the empathetic side of you might be internalizing this, but like the adage says, Others people's opinion of you is none of your business. So that little saying, mind your business and business your mind, that's a real thing. Wow. Okay, it says is very your intentions is very heightened right now. It's also though you can feel the also as though you can feel the emotions of everyone around you. You have the gift of sensitivity, and this allow cheat word you to turn even the worst feelings into beauty and positivity. Is that like alchemizing or not like it, but alchemizing? Lead by example and show that kindness goes further than spite. This is just the first card out of this new deck. And it's pretty. Ain't it pretty? So, we have embraced the masculine, but we also have the psyche, goddess, pink. All right. And her lover is right there beside her. So let's see what we got beside her right here. New moon. What are we in? New moon in Taurus started yesterday. So situation, psyche, obstacle, new moon. All right. Okay, it says this phase represents the starting point of the lunar cycle. It is where the subconscious and the conscious mind share the same plane. Baby, are we like going in a loop with this message? And this means you should focus on your aspirations and emotional desires. If you plant the seeds, they shall grow. I ain't even got finished reading it yet. Think of the new moon as a blank page where you can control the story. What do you wish for the most? This can also be a period of uncertainty and insecurity because we cannot see the moon's glow. Do you remember before we even picked up these cards, I said close your eyes to nothingness and take a deep breath and open your eyes back and see where you at now and be grateful for where you at now because we are creating something new. Not by accident. Okay. So before I even flip this last card over, I'm going to go back and read the affirmations again. The first one was I have enough, I have more than enough money to do everything I need and want to do. Relationship said, I have real friends that I love and trust. The fourth one, forgiveness, says, I have a great spiritual relationship with God. And the next one says, play, I trust the process. To the new moon, to the plant the seeds, and it shall grow. Mm. Mercury, Mercury energy. It's like the center of this rainbow is green. The center. Something about getting back to the center. Mercury. Pluto. Hello. Jupiter. All right. Mercury. Also, the first one. It says Mercury, the messenger. The messenger. What did we had mess? What did we have? Going back to the new moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. It says, get or give a message. So we had get or give a message, and now we have messenger. Okay, it says rules Gemini and Virgo. Third and sixth house. We said something about the 3, the 6, and the 9. Element is air. Pale blue is the color. Gems, birds, feathers, letters. Okay. It says in astrology, Mercury is the planet of our mental faculties. How we learn and how we relay information is determined by its placement. How we learn and how we relay information is determined by its placements. What did you say earlier? You said something about learning. Oh, you said I'm listening. Okay, I thought you said learning. Okay, it says you've probably heard of a person described as Merkler, someone whose mind is always changing at a speed of light. Chances are they have strong Mercury placements in their natal chart. Do I have any Mercury in my natal chart? Let's see. Oh, I do. I have Mercury in my fourth house. Wow. Do you have Mercury in your natal chart? Okay. An underdeveloped Mercury for someone born during Mercury retrograde may have trouble communicating their thoughts easily. It doesn't make them less intelligent. It just might take longer to make their point. They may also get frustrated easily because they feel misunderstood. Whether you are chatty and personable or quiet and introspective, Mercury is the ruler of this realm. The more aspects Mercury has to your sun, the more aspects, the more prominent the trait will be in a reading, because we have it in a reading. If you have been expecting news or communication about an important issue, it's right around the corner. When you receive it, be sure to logically weigh the pros and cons before sending back your answer. Do the diligence is key when Mercury is involved. Mercury in Libra. All right, our brain is an amazing organ. It keeps the rest of our body working. It tells our heart when to beat. It makes sure we eat and drink water. It don't say nothing about nothing else. It say water. And it lets us communicate our needs. Mercury in a reading signals that you must make those needs known. Not expressing yourself leads to a buildup of anxiety. You can expect each other. Wait a minute. You can expect other people. You can't expect other people to read your mind. There is a theory that we are the product of our thoughts, that we cannot exist without them. But we know that but we know that isn't true. A person is a vegetable the a person in a vegetable state exists, but they don't have the capacity to reason or think. Thoughts can be a conscious action. Positive ones lead to a positive attitude, and negative ones lead to a negative attitude. Communicate, logic, mental pursuits, intelligence, routine, and socializing is keyword. Whoa, my throat needs water. Yep. Mm. Just talking about the brain. But didn't I say all this is mental work? The shadow work is mental work. That's what we work. We visualizing. We we practicing. We seeing it through. We seeing it before. It's all in alignment. Excuse me. So is this not healing? Is this not healing work that we do on a consistent basis in our house for ourselves to share with others? Okay, it says, I just put that on psyche. Time to ground your psyche. We are all connected this new moon, and embrace the masculine Mercury. That's how I laid it down. If you want to go on, we could do some tarot. We'll get a crystal too. I see the world. Y'all got to think. When we get comfortable in this new energy on this new earth, for this energy that's pulsing through, we slowing down. It's almost like us being in solitude, slowing down. It is taking that anxiety and fear depressed energy away. It's going away because we're working with the human behavior. All right. I see make room for your desires. What that? Oh, melt into your divine desires. I just glanced at that. I done made my own words. I promise you. I be reading my own words sometimes. Be changing. Oh, discernment. You saw that jump out? Discernment. Wow. I rely upon my inner knowing to perceive the truth beyond appearances. I feel deep within for the truth of divine love with me, guiding me in every moment. Inspired by grace with perfect timing, I attain the clarity I need. I feel joyful and supported as I trust my emerging insights and safety navigate my way to higher ground. So now, right here, we was time for ground, and now we on a higher ground. Mm. What had happened? All right, it says, my inner eye sees the truth with faithful, with faithfully and playfully guides my path. I recognize and I am nourished by the supreme vibration of truth. Like, I am energy, I am frequency, I am vibrations. Vibration, vibrating the truth, it seems like that ought to shake an algorithm. Safe to be seen. Okay, so that was ascended master. Cause remember we got the angels and the angels and masters out here. Discernment was ascended masters, and now we got Archangel Gabriel. Discernment, safe to be seen. Safe to be seen on this new earth. It's kind of giving me the energy. Brain heart cohesion. Brain and heart. Mm. Okay. It says, I trust in the divine timing and love and wisdom that guide me to shine my light for the spiritual benefits of all beings, including myself. Study thyself to show thyself approved. Remember, the real reason why we do any of this work is not for other people, it's for ourselves. We wanted to do something different, get something different. So we stepped outside, in your words, the matrix, and we started doing our own thing. So we do, be, and have what we like in life, what we see in life, not what somebody else want or see for us. So it says the light within me is one with the great universal source of love, light, and wisdom. Its strength, protection, truth, and grace can be trusted to provide all that is needed for me to step forward and manifest my sacred purpose. I release the past and step into the higher reality now available for me. I shine my light bright and true. It's given those last shall be first. It's given I am enough. I radiate good health. I have abundance of positive energy. I am amazing. I have an amazing relationship. I go shopping without looking at price tags. I live in the moment and I am grateful for all my life experiences. And then we're going to stop here with me. I am ready to walk in my full power. Why? I'm ready to walk in my full power because I am enough. With this love, with this play, with this forgiveness, it's a beautiful morning. Well, it's a new life. All right, Ascended Master Katumi, Sacred Ecosystem. The universe provides me with spiritual energy and charismatic magnetism. Charismatic magnetism to attack all beings in need of light so I can fulfill my highest destiny as a healing presence in this world. I accept my place in the greater divine scheme, embracing supportive connections in the spiritual worlds and in the material world. Look though, it says in the spiritual worlds with the S and material world with no S. Multiple spiritual worlds. With the understanding that my fulfillment and the fulfillment of all beings is divinely intertwined. Like we are all connected. I give myself permission to plug in and receive. It's receiving time. It's receiving time. Oh my good. I heard we get what we asked for. Know what you want. Know what you want. Know what you don't want. I'm going to say it's given to us. Ace of Wands. It is given to us. New projects, inspiration, urge to create, willpower, desire, power, potential beginnings, new opportunities, and growth. You can't make this up. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. It's happening. That's what it say. A new earth. Lifting the veil to a new earth. It's being given to you. It's kind of like when they said God will appear. That's what it's given. Will appear. All right, so that's fire. Ace of Wands. So a time to ground with your psyche and discernment for this new project that's been given to you. If you can see with your new eyes, your inner child, kind of like your childlike state when you were talking to your inner child, your imaginary friend. Remember, we used to name our imaginary friend all kinds of names. But you got to think, I mean, it might not have been, because if your imaginary friend was somewhere in the dimensions of 114 million years, shoot. One, four, four. Well, I mean, 1146. That's the number 6. We need to see what number 6 say. You want to see what number 6 say? Ooh, damn, it popped out. Wow. 7 of Pentacles. Long-term view, hard work, perseverance, diligence, sustainable results, investment. Wow. It's safe to be seen, because we all connected. So it's for me, it's for you. Regaining or losing control, mastery, choices, responsibilities, myths, and secrets. Secrets are being revealed. That's what happened. That's what had happened. And it started in Aries season. Started in Aries season. And it's going on around the world. A mass awakening. What? Page of Wands and what? The Magician. The Magician. That's a whole nother deck. Oh, no, 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 no. I said that wrong. That's a queen. That's higher than a page. I looked at the picture. That's a queen. So it's a new earth for the world. The queens are now the magicians. And we're about to celebrate. It's time to celebrate. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just one day out of life. It would be. All right. Celebration. Joy. Harmony. Marriage. Home. Community. And homecoming. Celebrate 2 times. Celebrate two times. Multiple celebrations. Multiple celebrations. Divine love. Harmony. Blissful relationships. Alignment. Inner happiness. Fulfillment. Dreams come true. Family contentment. Total love and support being given to you. Excuse me. What? Multiple celebrations. Baby, it's giving me an arc. You see that arc? I mean, not an arc, an arch. marriage, home, maybe the house, this new house gonna have an arch, or you gonna have it's coming in hot too. Ain't no way. Two different decks. Magician. The magicians. Action, creation, manifestations, power, self confidence, clarity, willpower, skills, and creativity. Strength with the devil card. Shadow self. Strength with your shadow self. Strength with your devil. Shadow self. I mean, devil, shadow self. Calm down, slow down, Marcia. Attachments, addictions, restrictions, sexuality, temptation, seduction, destructive behavior, materialism, codependency, and toxicity. Strength, courage, passion, subtle power, persuasion, influence, inner strength, focus, and compassion. Patience. You work with yourself. You work with that shadow self. Like Michael says, starting with the man in the mirror, changing your ways. Even if it was 1% a day, 1% a day of changing something, you're going to see a difference. We can get one more. Through planning, progress. We got progress twice. I trust the progress. Planning, discussions, discovery, leaving home, and travel plans. Mm, 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 mm. Divine love, celebration of the divine love, harmony, joy, blissful life in your relationship, in your life and your relationship. The Empress. And I said I was done. Ooh, three major iconos. The priestess, the empress, they're the priestess. The empress, the hangman, and the tower. Just sitting back there together. Abundance, yes. Nurturing, feminine, good parenting, development, accomplishments, evolution, action. The hangman. Oh, but check this out. The hangman is in reverse. The hangman was in the reverse, so delayed, standstill, stalling, indecisive, fear of sacrifice, lack of control, and then the tower, sudden change, chaos, revelations, disasters. Hmm. It's like some stuff had to be upside down and turn inside out. Boom. of those for us to sit in that empress seat. It took some compromising, making amends, rebuilding trust, and positive outcomes. And it was cosmic. It's cosmic. This ain't no surface level. We not doing what the masses do, so you know it's not surface level. It's our right path. It's our puzzle. Like if I was in a big garden, Eden, right? A garden, you got multiple flowers or multiple fruits and vegetables. Or flowers and fruits and vegetables. Clear mind, clear heart. Insight, clarity, and truth. Thank you. I'm telling the truth. We're telling the truth. Heads in the clouds, feet on the ground. Man, we outside puffing and grounding. Shoes off. Leaned up against a tree. And you know, we see the signs. We see all the signs. Ooh. Okay. We're not taking all them though. That's a lot. Excuse me. You still here? Or you done fell asleep? Because I just yawned. We've been out here like 2 hours. Wow. Thank you. All right. If you are asleep, we're going to end this because we done got another whole deck of cards. But I enjoyed it. Ooh. Let's stay choking me. I enjoyed it. Oh! Look, I was like, I think she done left or went to sleep. Wow. Well, let me see. Let's see. Let's get this what's the tea deck. We ain't done what's the tea in a while. Oh. We probably need to get one of Isis too. Wow. Thank you. Listen, I really do appreciate y'all. I really do. What do you think? What do you think resonated the most? What do you think resonated the most? With the parts that you heard. What do you think was the resonation to what the message in this full moon with the prosperity? With this moon, like what's your discernment of what you seeing out of it? Excuse me, girl. I know I'm about to go. I'm about to fall asleep on you. Okay, I got some messages. The grounding, green, and restraining the mind. Ooh, thank you. I'm with you on all that, Elizabeth, because we really. Let me put this up, cause you know I'll be ready to put fat. We really Let me turn this around for a minute or turn it down. We really was ready. Matter of fact, that's what you said today. You said, "Girl, I'm just ready for it to warm up some so I can get outside." You remember you said that? You was like, "I'm ready for it to warm up so we can get outside." And then you gotta think it was so cold this past winter. A lot of us tapping into my masculine energy. I got to so me too. Me too. But I literally feel like mine could possibly be vice versa because I have just been in this laid back energy where, I've been like, oh, this summer I'm not getting out there cutting the grass. You know what I'm saying? I got somebody to clean the yard up, and then I was gonna start um doing some garden. I was like, I needed somebody to come and put this porch together for me, build me a little platform so I won't have to be outside on the ground, because baby, I tell you, I'm highly allergic to them ants. So, you know, the queen, when is she supposed to, not like, when is she supposed to be in the queen seat? You know what I'm saying? Is she always at work doing masculine work? When is she gonna get to sit on her throne? So you really have to trust yourself as the queen and the empress, right? But you do have to have that magical, um, that that wand in your hand. This one, this one. If we do more of this than doing more of this, because I don't like for nobody to be pointing at me. So if we do more writing and reading and arithmetic, we can make this happen because we all connect us. What happened? Did I lose you? Tree of life. So we needed those four grounding cards: inner child, love, forgiveness, and play on this new earth. Well, that's all for today. I see one more card: unconditional trust, Mary Madeline. And then we're going to close out. Unconditional trust. Unconditional trust brings relief to my heart, fresh energy to my mind, and I am gently lifted into joy. A feeling of playfulness awakens in my heart now. I dare to open myself willingly, faithfully, and lovingly to what is and what shall be. The universe looks out for me, has my best interests at heart, and acts for my highest good. I rest in a sacred companionship with the Divine Mother and am open to a higher frequency reality. I am so free, grateful, and blessed that I am an inspiration to others. So we have been here for 2 hours. I thank you. And we'll just do the affirmations one more time. I have more than enough money to do everything I want and need to do. I have real friends that I love and I trust. I have a great spiritual relationship with God and I trust the process. with inner child, love, forgiveness, and play. I ground, time to ground the psyche with discernment. We are all connected. This new moon, safe to be seen. Embrace the masculine with your Mercury energy with sacred ecosystem. All right, let's move this around so we can close it out. Earth is pulsing. Pulse of the mother, slow down. Time in nature. Take time in nature. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. And a new earth is happening. Keep holding the vision. Aries brought in the new year for this world, for the queen, and for the magicians. Ace of Wands, new projects, inspiration, urge to create, willpower, desire, potentials, beginnings, new opportunities, and growth. Long term view, hard work, perseverance, and results of investments. Celebration, joy, harmony, marriage, home, community, and homecoming. Celebrations with the Ten of Cups. Divine love, harmony, blissful relationships, alignment, inner happiness. Excuse me. Fulfillment, dreams come true, family, contentment, total love and support. Magicians on the table again. Actions, creations, manifestations, power, self confidence, clarity, willpower, skill, and creativity. Two of Wands, planning, process. Hold on. Planning, progress, making decisions, discoveries, home, and travel plans. For the Empress, abundance of nurturing, feminine, good parenting, development, accomplishments, growth, evolutions, and actions. The Hangman in reverse. Delays, standstill, resistance, staffing, indecision, fear of sacrifice, lack of control, followed by the Tower, a sudden change. Chaos, revelations, disasters, awakening. Remember, if something dies, something is reborn. There's a cycle to it. With every death, there's a rebirth. That's why they called it immortals, right? That's why they say this earth is millions of years old, not just what you were told, right? So enjoy yourself. I thank you for being here. I thank you for allowing me to tap into space and to study, psychology and astrology, all the ologies that we missed out or we forgot, you know what I'm saying? It's time for us to get back into reading our daily bread, no matter what you're reading. So it's like this discernment. Everybody can't use the same tools. Let me turn this around. Everybody can't use the same tools. Everybody has to find what visualization, how they want to put their puzzle pieces together. Your puzzle do not have to look like everybody else's puzzle, but you do have to have your puzzle. You do have to start putting the pieces of your life back together if they have crumbled, like this tower. If you failed on hardship, mentally, physically, or spiritually, you unalive to that old self for this new self. And it's at a soul healing on a DNA cellular. So that's what the reprogramming is about. People, are we not trying to just reprogram your mind? Because remember, the mind is formless. but you are formed. You the vessel. So that's where we at. And I appreciate anybody for coming in here. I thank you for the likes. We've been up here 2 hours and 6 minutes. I'm hungry. I'm grateful and thankful. If you like it here, put a one in the chat. We can go live again later. But we do have to realize that now is the time. And the 2 channel books, well, we have a few channel books, but the practice of now, the power of now and the new earth. So if y'all want to come back and, okay, you do want to come back? Well, which book you want to do? The Power of Now or the New Earth? Because we did have New Earth right here on this card. And then Earth Pulsing on this card. Okay. All right. We can do that. This was awesome. I don't know how long it's going to take for it to upload, but this was good. I am thankful. I will. I'll call you in just a few. I'm going to clean up this energy, and I'm going to light the sage, and then I'm going to call you. All right. Thank y'all for your time. I am so grateful and thankful for where we are going in this new earth. And because we on the flat plane of it, we grounded to it, right? But there is a as above and a so below. And we don't want to just keep keeping our head to the sky and not paying attention to what's going on this ground level, which is us. And to be an ascended master, that means you have to be down and grounded first to ascend to be a master, right? So master teachers, archangels and masters, earth angels. I appreciate you. Thank you and have a great day. See you later.